Hello, Cadamus, and welcome. Let's model this Mandalorian helmet with Onshape. It's a great exercise for surface modeling and curves. Let's have a look at the drawing here. So I get a side view and a front view and an isometric. And from this, I take my reference images. This will be that side image and half of that front image. So you can take a screenshot of those, but I will download those on my GrabCAD profile and put a link in the description. So I will start in an empty part studio with a sketch on the right plane. We'll define one construction line upwards with a value of 144. And here I will place my reference image, that side view. And the origin I want to place right here in the center of that arc, and the height, the total height on this line, so I can place an eye coincidence here, pull that out, go over here, to this position. I'll pull that out of there, exit that sketch, start that next sketch on the front plane, and here I place that front image. So first and coincident here, then see that those lines overlap here. I can fix that and pull that out to about here, huh? All right. I'll rename those sketches. That's the side sketch, that's the front sketch, and then I'll add that to section, to folder views, and start my first sketch on the right plane. Here I will start with a line from down here, go up there, take the spline tool from here to there, apply necessary constraints, fix that point there, change the magnitude, continue with the line down here, and then I'll take the Bezier curve with 4 control points. I'll leave that longer than my reference image. Something like this. And then I will draw those lines here. So again, Bezier curve. Okay, I can rearrange that bottom line to here maybe. All right, so that's the Bezier curve. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can apply constraints to those. Oops. To those lines here. Vertical constraint here. Maybe to that position. I'll fix that point here. Draw the next one here. Again, 4 control points. Something like this. A line connecting here. Coincident here. Pull that over here. Fix that. And one straight line down here. And then this line here, I'll leave that somewhere over there. And that's it for that first side sketch. I'll rename that. That's in the folder, so that helps me to organize my sketches. And to see more clearly, I will add a sketch appearance like this. I will continue with a sketch on the front plane. Make that reference image visible again. Draw a line somewhere here. Continue with the spline. Horizontal constraint, vertical constraint. Search the height of that. Maybe fix that in place. A horizontal constraint to that bottom vertex. Reduce the magnitude like this. Oops. I caught that midpoint of that construction line. Then one line over here connecting, well, first horizontal constraint between those two. Then that line. Now let's have a look at that, and it's right on that edge. And I haven't applied yet that horizontal constraint. There it is. All right. Now for that T-shaped visor, one line from here, straight to the right, down, another Bezier curve with 3 control points. Move that in a little. Then again, a straight line downwards and at an angle here. Then constrain that, well, to that point. And that's it for now for that front sketch. I will rename that. And change the appearance of that one. Hide those two reference images, and I'm ready to make that first loft. For that, I will work with curves, and we'll make one curve out of those two, and one out of those. Then go into the loft, take that first one, take the second one, and now to improve the shape of that, go to profile conditions of start with the tangent direction. So I want this to go in direction of the right plane, and this curve in direction of the front plane. And so I get those magnitudes of 1 and 1 by default, and I might want to change those. I'll make that 2 to give him a broad front here. And leave it like that. Now let's give our first surface some Basker Mandalorian steel appearance, but not too dark. Maybe like this. And mirror that part over the front plane as a new part. Let's make our side sketch visible again, and let's project this curve to a face. Okay, so this edge, direction right, target those two. Go to split, face those two with our line, normal to target, and delete those two faces. Let's hide that surface and project some edges of that sketch. So projected curve to face, and take those here. All of those. Direction will be front, target right here. And go to move face. Take that visor, move it back maybe 8 millimeters. And apply some darker appearance to that. Maybe a little bit of transparency. All right. And the bottom edge, I might want to move that boundary to that vertex. Okay, let's continue with an offset here of those two surfaces, 4 millimeters to the inside, and delete those two here. So we get those gaps. We can hide that back surface and bridge that opening with a rolled surface with those 4 millimeters to the outside, adding to this one. So we're back at one surface here. Now let's work in that cheek area with that same technique. First, projected curve to face this one and that one, direction of right plane, that's the target. Great. Then split that face with those two and just delete that face. So now let's work on these inner surfaces here in that cheek area. So we projected that line, that curve, and that edge, and we got those 3 here. And I need a sketch on the front plane to define those curves in this direction. So maybe I'll hide that front sketch to see better. And I can hide all curves. So we just have this sketch visible here. And okay, I need my reference image. And first I will project this corner point, that one, and that one. All right. So let me define a Bezier curve from here to about there. Something like that. Then a line which goes to somewhere there. We had to find that with that position. So I'll capture that here. And of course, that midpoint. And finally, a straight line from here to there. Great. Again, I'll paint my sketch and go back to the projected curve and take the 2 sketches option. First, that line and that one. There it appears. There. Great. Make that sketch visible again. Again, projected that one to that one. And the last one here to there. Yeah. All right, and for those 2 faces, we need those edges, and I'll just take the bridging curve command from match position, from here to there. One more time. Here to there. All right, and Now let's fill our surfaces. So take that edge, that one. Yeah. One more time. This one, that one. Merge with all. Let's keep it as a new surface for a moment. And then that one here. Adding and everything joined into one surface body. Let's hide all sketches for a moment. And show all surfaces. First, let's fill that gap, maybe with a loft. From here to there, add one surface. Great. Now let's work on that side here. And show that reference image. Let's model these here. And I will define one plane with an offset from that right plane. Pull that out. I'll give that a value 128 millimeters. And start a sketch on that plane. Well, turn that to convenient position. And now let's start with a circle from that origin to about here. Then a rectangle here. Make that construction geometry. Cut that. Okay, there. We need to move it like this. Yeah. Then offset those three to the outside. Well, value of 16. Then one construction line here in the middle to mirror things. Hide that plane. Continue with a line here. Something like that. Give that a vertical constraint. One line crossing here. And one line at that angle here, like this. And one line from here up to here. And then just mirror those lines to the other side. And I think that's enough. Now let's extrude those shapes. So I will use a solid extrude for my first one up to our part. Make that sketch visible again. Continue with the 8mm extrude a new body of those two regions. Do that one more time with that one down here as a new body, because I want to apply a draft. I think I need these as 4 independent bodies. So I'll continue with a draft with a neutral plane. Take this back here. Entities to draft is that one. Turn that to the inside and let's see. Maybe I'll give it 54 degrees. Do that one more time with that body here. So neutral plane is here. Entities to draft are those 3. Again to the inside and some value that corresponds to that thickness here. So maybe 74. No. So 71 or just 70, huh? All right. Let's continue with an extrude, a solid extrude of that face and that one up to that part. We need to make a Boolean of those here and one over here. We can hide that sketch and maybe apply a fillet to that face, 2mm. And if we want to fill it on that face, there is a nice way of doing that with a full round. I pick that face, that one, and that one. All right. So we got these 3 parts. And, well, maybe that one will have a very light, or not that light, but maybe some appearance like that. And those 2, something darker. Okay. I will hide that sketch and work on that back of the helmet. I haven't included any reference image for that. So, but it's simple. I'll start with the sketch on the front plane, a rectangle, make that coincide here, give that a height of 96, a width of 38, and distance, no, to that origin of 8 millimeters. Accept that. Go to project to face of these three here. Direction front. Target is that face. I might have to choose opposite direction. And just cut that out of there by splitting that face. Deleting that face. All right. And now let's apply a command I haven't used that much, the offset curve command. I'll take these three here, these three edges with a 4 millimeter offset to the outside. And I can choose to split my face with that. And that allows me now to move that face 4 millimeters to the outside. There it is. Great. I can hide curves. So for that pattern of plates, I will start a sketch on the right plane. Maybe project that edge into my sketch plane as a construction geometry, and then just draw 2 lines with a parallel constraint. And something that works here is a distance of 32. Maybe something like 8. Horizontal constraint here. Maybe constrain that endpoint to that edge. We got a fully constrained sketch. Let's have a look. An isometric view. Exit that sketch. There it is. It's, well, let's color that to black. Yeah. Then let's make a surface extrude of that edge. Something longer than those here. 42. That's a bit too much. Just 40. Yeah. And that bottom line a little less. With an offset. An offset of maybe 12. And up to that vertex, adding to our surface here. Again, add a different appearance to that. Go into the pattern of parts, direction top, go down, maybe some 5 times, and a distance of maybe 16. Maybe a little more. 18. All right, we got that. I'll hide the sketch and we can continue working on the front. So I want to make this line here. And again, I'll just offset that curve 4 millimeters on that face. Did I? Yeah, and split. Do that one more time with that edge with 2 millimeters. Offset, extend, and split. That's the target. Go to move face. Pick that face and go 2 millimeters inwards. So we got that. Okay, let's continue with that sweat profile on that top surface. So that's a sketch on the front plane. I'll project this edge. Continue with the line. Just 4 lines like that. Cut that line. Dimension the width of that with 18. Here 6. Here 5. And pull that up and give that 4 millimeter dimension. Okay, so I will make a solid sweep with that sketch on that edge and on that one. Then here I see that that continues a little bit up to maybe to that edge. So I'll go to move face here. Pick that and give that 6 millimeter dimension. Then just apply a chamfer to that edge with a value of 12 to 1. Yeah, something like that. And another chamfer to that other edge here. I'll give that 4 to 4. All right. So now we can mirror all of this over the right plane as a new body. So we got a mixture of solid parts and surfaces. You can transform the surfaces we have with a thicken command into solids. And well, I hope you like the tutorial, and I see you in the next one.